Everything I'm going to be answering is in this book. Hello everyone, I am Lewis, you are watching Lost in Travel, and welcome on back here to another YouTube video, and today is Q&A day. I mentioned this 2 weeks ago in my Happy New Year video that I'm going to be doing a Q&A, and I gave you enough time to send in some questions for me, enough time to think of some of the hard-hitting questions to ask me about this year and my plans for this year, my plans going forward most likely, and all of that stuff. I have barely had a chance to look at the questions. I've just wrote them down fairly quickly, not really a chance to think of my answers, so I'm going to be doing that a lot here today. Anyways, how are you all doing? This is the very first Q&A, question and answer session of 2021. I am really hoping on answering a lot more this year, because I only done one last year, which was all the way back in the first lockdown, and how times have changed, eh? But if things are going the way it is, and it's very hard to make travel content when you're not allowed to travel, then Q&As will probably be a lot more frequent, and even if travel does open up, I do want to do more of these, because I think it's a friendly time with you all, is it not? I'm just sitting here on my chair, just chillaxing, just answering questions, telling you all about myself, and like a one-on-one section. I feel like a lecturer right now. I feel like what my lecturers do when they send me stuff on the hub and I have to then answer stuff for them. This is like what making a lecture is like, is it not? A lecture on me. Who would want to study that? Anyways, why not just dive right into it? I have to say a big thank you to every single person for sending me a question, and one day I will hope to do these live, so if you do miss the opportunity you can just come and join a live session, but right now I just don't know how to do that. But anyways, adventure does await. I've wrote all on my journal, so why don't we just begin by going through a lot of them. So I got a few on YouTube on the comment section of the video I put up, and I also got a lot on my Instagram, where I put out a question on my Instagram story. If you've not followed me on Instagram yet, guys, I know I'll probably tell you this every single week, but my @ is at LostInTravel.Blog. Please follow me there. It's a very friendly environment there on my account. I post daily photos of my photography and stuff, and hopefully that's motivating everyone to get back out travelling again once all the pandemic is over. And if you want a reason to come along, well, here is my most recent photo on the day I've been recording this. I can't believe, guys, I'm just going to say it right out here, we've just went over 1,000 likes on that photo of the Scott Monument in Edinburgh, and I'm blown away with the support on that. So thank you if you decided to double tap it and give me a love heart, because you're keeping my heart thumping. Anyways, I've wasted a lot of time already. Let's dive right in to this Q&A session. Alright, which one do I start with? A lot of these are very good. I think we'll start with one on YouTube. So this is sent over by Kristen and Sam. They've asked me, what are some of your 2021 travel plans? In brackets, if everything goes according to plan. And of course, in a year like it is right now, those brackets are really needed, because if everything goes according to plan, yeah, what kind of plan would that be in 2021? Because my plans are just going out the window. So I'm just going to tell you right up that I booked a holiday for Spain last year in the first lockdown, for June 2021, believing that everything will be opened up by then. And, just thinking COVID will be well over by then. I got an email the other day saying that one of my flights to Spain is cancelled, because we're going to Seville and then we're actually coming home from a different airport, travelling around Spain for 2 weeks. Thought it would be a very fun thing to vlog and stuff, but it's now an unfortunate situation, because I now don't know what to do. Am I going to be able to get another flight, or am I going to have to get a full refund? It is a tough choice to make, and a really tough situation, and one I wasn't really expecting to be in at this moment. But if it was a non-COVID environment, and I just got to say where I would like to go in 2021, definitely like to go to Spain with my mates. Now, just hope it goes ahead. But if I could just go and book flights willy-nilly, I'd be wanting to go to Malta, because it is not planned to be on the gap year I'm planning on doing in a couple of years' time when I graduate. So I want to go there to do a solo trip. I want to try out what it's like to travel solo before I go away and do a massive solo Interrail and Europe trip without my parents, because I need to see if I'll miss my mum that much. I will, but I need to see if I can survive missing my mum that much. And I had another trip planned in 2020 to Poland, so we go to Gdansk with my uncle, but that never went ahead either, so I guess I'd be wanting to rebook that and get away to Poland. So I've only been there for a day when I done a day trip to Auschwitz with the school. It was very rushed, but what a experience that was. If you ever have the chance to go there, I have to say, do it. So thank you for your question, Kristen and Sam. Your channel is lovely, by the way, I love it. Let's do one on the gram, shall I? Just stop calling it the gram, it's not what the edgy kids call it. Alright. By photography Kaja, I think that's how you it is. Kaja, photography _ Kaja. There we go. How did you get into photography? And this is a good question because I've never ever been into photography really. I go around, just take photos on my phone, do what the people are not really into photography, but they like to take, I don't know, just a normal thing, just take photos on your phone. I used to just do that, but over the last year I have been really bored. Of course, I'm not able to go out and film anything, and now that I've bought this DSLR just a year ago, and ever since I got that, I was like, I really need to try to up my photography game. Mainly for my thumbnails. I was wanting some nice thumbnails for my vlogs. Since then, I have really just wanted to do more photography. Ever since then, I've just really wanted to up my game and try to do some better photos and make better photos and get better content. And I created the Instagram account back in May of 2020. And since then, I've been putting photos up almost daily, and that has just really motivated me to try to just up my game and try to get better, because even if it does look good to you guys, in my standard, I keep on looking at that and I'm like, okay, that is good, but how do I improve on that? Yeah, I think making an Instagram account has really motivated me to try to get into photography, and I think my passion for it has grown, and I think even as grown is up to at least the same level as the vlogs, or even more. Like, I'm trying to put more time into the photography, and maybe it's because right now I can't put a lot of time into the vlogs, but photography is actually taking a lot of my time in my personal life at the moment, and I'm happy about that. I really do enjoy doing it. And I think a follow-up question to that, yeah, Adventure with Lisa is asking, what app do you use to edit your photos? Of course, some people don't like the editing look, some people do. I don't really try to like edit, like try to put like a galaxy sky or planets or that. I just try to like touch it up. Maybe add a little sky replacement if I think the sky's too plain. But the two main apps I use is I use Adobe Lightroom and I use Adobe Photoshop. These are basically the most professional of the professional tier of photography. If you do want to just go a free one, GIMP is okay, but I think Lightroom and Photoshop is the best. All I literally do is I just add a preset onto the Lightroom, which I've got free presets, so that's great. My mum signed up for it for me. Thank you, mother. And bap one of those on, and then I just basically go through all of the exposure, highlights, all of that texture, just try to make it the way I'd quite like it to look. I've really been messing around with it a lot more as of late, trying to get my own kind of style on my photos rather than just popping a preset and exporting it. And if it needs like another touch up, like maybe removing people from the background, I definitely use Photoshop for that. It's definitely the best, and I also crop it for Instagram worthy photos. If you do want a tutorial, I've never really thought of doing that, but if you do want a tutorial on me doing that, please give this video a like, and a tutorial on Lightroom and Photoshop and the way I make my content. Maybe something I do in the future. My good friend Andrew is asking me when are we doing our joint Q&A with many sad faces. And you know, I've got sad faces too, Andrew, because we've not been able to meet up at all, have we? I've not seen you since September. At least we're doing a Kahoot quiz night tonight. I'm really looking forward to that, the night that this video comes out. Oh, Andrew, I'll miss your face. Hopefully, eventually, I really do want to do one with you. I think you'd be a bunch of laughter to bring on to a Q&A. So I'm just going to say, time will tell, and when COVID disappears. Because I don't really feel like a social distance Q&A would go very well. So it's WRENYC. You can rhyme it, WRENYC. And they've asked me over on Instagram, what country are you not too fussed about visiting? And if you know me, I love my travel. I love, and you know, let's just say this. So you guys probably, of course, you don't really negotiate conversations with me out in my personal life. But when I'm out sit down and talk to my grandparents or something, and they're just going through countries, and I'm like, I want to visit there. And then I get the weirdest looks of my family, like, what? You want to go where? What can you do there? And I'm like, oh, there's loads of stuff to do there. And that just shows you've got a passion for travel. If you find stuff to do in places that no one really knows about, you want to go off the beaten track, go to all these places that no one really has heard of, and that makes this one a really difficult one. But I think I've thought of an answer, and I'm going to say North Korea, mainly just because of, you know, the rules and stuff there, and I think I'd feel quite tense being there. Another one is probably Saudi Arabia, because I don't agree with the way women's rights are there. So, alright, Rebecca Photography 02 is asking, how's life? And good question, Rebecca. Life is, I guess it's okay at the moment. It's not bad, it could be worse, definitely in the predicament that we are in now, but it just feels like it's a repeat, like it's very repetitive at the moment. I get up, either watch wrestling, edit photos, or play my Xbox, try to make a video, do some uni stuff, and then repeat. It's literally just the exact same things every single day. I have to say, I am getting a bit bored of it at the moment. At least doing these, at least it's, I'm not sad, it's just keeping me happy, you know. I'm just pleasing myself, just potting about, you know. Just like everyone is, I guess. Alright, let's move back on to YouTube, and I'm getting asked 2 questions by my parents. Alright. Travel Mr. and Mrs. B, that's my parents' YouTube account. My dad's asking, do you watch your mum and dad's YouTube video channel? Do you rate it as a good watch? Dad, I rate it as a perfect watch. I'm saying mainly dad because it's mainly my dad that works on it, so dad, yeah. If you want to check that out, it is in my featured channels. Go check out Travel with Mr. and Mrs. B. It's nothing like a vlog, it's just little clips put together of their little trips away, because they also like travelling just as much as I do. And he also asked me an actual question related to this one. It is, what is your favourite place you have travelled to, and why? Of course, they're asking me that because I'm with them the majority of times I've been away travelling. I've been to loads and loads of places, but if I had to choose my favourite place I've been to, I would say Italy. That time we went in 2017, where we went to loads of different places in Italy. We went to Milan, we went to Venice, I went to the Amalfi Coast, Sorrento, Pompeii. I have to say Italy is genuinely my favourite country that I've been to right now, just because, I don't know, there's just something about the scenery there. Everyone's just so chilled out. It is nice and hot, nice and sunny all the time, and the history of the place, like the Romans, all the, it is just, it's right on my alley with the cathedrals, the museums, the architecture, the food. Oh my god, don't get me started on the food, guys. Pizza, spaghetti as well. I just love it. I just love Italy, guys. So Italy, favourite place. So here comes some more from my friends. Well, you know my friends here, but you know what I mean. Real life friends. Even though I'm not saying, oh my god, how do I put this? Not online friends. Friends. High school friends. There we go. Eden is now asking me, I need to know, what do you have with your cereal? I know you want me to do it. I know you want me to do it. So if no one's going to understand, this is a running joke due to the last Q&A, where I got asked this exact same question from a fake account he made, asking about my cereal, and I said this. Hello design test. What do you have with your cereal? He says, what do you have with your cereal? Which I'm a bit confused, like probably diluting juice or something. It's also doing because of the way I pronounce milk. Probably I pronounce it milk. And they just took the mick out of me for that, and you know, they're now bullying me over the form of Q&A. And I have to say, when it comes to what do I have in my cereal, I have to say a spoon. Or if you want, I go whisper into some ASMR. Some ASMR into the microphone, and I'll tell you all that my answer is actually milk. Milk. Do you like the way my voice seduces everyone? Right up close, like a whispering in your ear. Milk. Oh my god. Have you learned what you have with cereal? By Lewis Stobie. My good friend Stobes, the Stobster, the man, joining in with Aiden. Did you know that you've both done this? Have you learned what you have with cereal? Well, it seems like you've just found out. I have a spoon. And he also asked me, thank you for actually sending out a genuine question. Aidan, I've got my eyes on you. You could have done that too, but of course. I hope you do a Q&A sometime and I'll get you back. Where would you go in the world if you could only travel to one place? Thank you for asking me a genuine question, Stoves. Your house. I would have said Norway because of the scenery and the landscapes and stuff, and you know, it's right up my street with the Northern Lights. You know, I've told you guys, Northern Lights are #1 on my bucket list. If I get to see them, I may genuinely cry. Norway, I've always heard, is expensive, so I do not really think Norway is the place I want to go if I can only go to one place. So I'm going to have to go for my other resort, which is Canada. Who didn't expect that? Come on, I'm the most predictable guy in the world. And they've got Tim Hortons, and you know, everyone loves a Tim Hortons apparently. Well, had them. Good. Ernest, I don't really want to pronounce your second name, Ernest, but I talked to you quite a lot on Instagram. He's from Australia. I'm not even going to try to attempt an accent, that was bad. Oh. Ernest is asking, what kind of vlogger am I? And I never understood what this question was, Ernest. Are you asking if I am a travel vlogger? I am a travel vlogger, or a daily life vlogger, or food vlogger, or cooking vlogger, or sexual vlogger. Anyways, I would just say travel vlogger and overall daily life vlogger. What are your inspirations for creating content on YouTube? It is hard to be motivated at this time, but I have to say the best way I do it is I keep consistent. I have got this Friday schedule where I try to upload every single week, and it is getting tougher and tougher with not being able to go and do normal vlogs. I've got a vlog coming out for you guys next week, but after that I've got no clue what I'm bringing out to you guys. So it is just trying to keep yourself motivated, just put yourself on a task. And for some more inspiration, you know, I try to set myself goals I want to reach, and just try to tell myself that it doesn't really matter if people are watching you, you're doing this for fun. I enjoy making content. I try to improve, set myself boundaries, try to overtake those boundaries. And whenever I look at like Instagram or Facebook or that, and I come across like places in Scotland or other places in the world that I know that I could maybe get to in some time, I try to always mark them down on Google Maps. Try to tell myself that eventually I'll get out there, I'll record there. And you know, watching other people like make YouTube videos as well, watching other vlogs really does motivate me. So I think that's the main method of inspiring myself to keeping up with the content. Yeah, I just try to think of it that I don't really care if anyone's watching. I just like making them, and at least I know that I watch them and I enjoy watching them, and that's the best way to put it. Not that many more left, so I think I'm going to go on to Luke Webb's one. So Luke, I hope you're watching this, buddy. Me and Luke have became good friends over the platform of Discord. Who would have known? I've been over writing for Wrestle Talk. If you don't know what Wrestle Talk is, it's a YouTube channel which covers wrestling news. Of course, wrestling is another one of my big passions, and I write for them occasionally. I do work on their website, and Luke is another person in that same boat as me. And I actually talk to him quite frequently because we found out we both really love Doctor Who. So it's a small world out there. You can bump into friends, and hopefully one day you can come to Edinburgh and we can meet up. But he's actually asked me, if you could travel to one place within the UK, where would it be? I can't keep it saying Edinburgh. I love Edinburgh, but I think what this lockdown has done is meant that really Edinburgh's the only one of the places I can actually get out to. So Edinburgh's definitely not there for me, but it should be for everyone else. So I've got multiple options here. If it was a place I'd want to go back to, I would say York. 100% York or Dublin, I think, but I think mainly York. I remember when I went there a couple of years ago, only for one day, so I do want to go back there. I feel there's a lot to do. I've not been in York Minster yet, so I definitely go back there. But I want to choose places that I want to go to in the UK that I've never been. Cornwall's up there for me. Mainly, I've seen loads of photos of it. It just doesn't look like Britain at all. Like, it looks sunny there all the time. Well, what are you on about Britain in the sun? I want to go there. There's lots of castles, lots of things to do by the looks of things, and Land's End is doing it. And of course, if you watch my NC500 vlogs in 2020, last year, I actually got to the top of my country. I got to the top of mainland Britain, got to John O'Groats, seen out to Orkney, when I was right at the top, so I do need to get right down to the very bottom. But I think there's a place that has actually overtaken that on where we'd like to go, and I have to say, I think that's the Lake District. Instagram loves Lake District photography. They always send me Lake District photography, and I think that is like a hint. They want me to go and do photos there myself. So I think as soon, even if international travel is not opened up yet, but UK travel has opened up and I can go down to England, I really want to plan a trip to the Lake District as soon as possible, and I'll take my camera, I'll take you guys along, and it would be jolly good fun. Alright, I think we may only have one more question. Thank you everyone for all your questions. If you did enjoy it, guys, please drop a like, subscribe so you do not miss out on any other videos, and share it so everyone else can see what I've answered, I guess. Last question is on the platform of YouTube. Rin's Great Adventure. That's another great Australian vlogging couple, guys. Please go check them out. They are awesome. They've asked me the question. If travel opens across the globe in 2021 on the condition you must first be vaccinated to move between countries, A, will you get vaccinated? And B, if so, are you at all concerned about the side effects of the said vaccine? Have it been released in such a short time? What a fantastic question to end on, because it's the most predominant and important thing of 2021 to be happening. So thank you for that question. Will I be getting vaccinated? Short answer is I've been reading conspiracies on Facebook. They tell me I will get 3 heads and a tail. They'll tell me I won't be able to have children, but I may have frogs as babies. So the answer is yes, of course I'm definitely going for it. Who would have thought I wasn't? Come on, it's the only way to get out again. It's the only way to get this to be over. And yes, even if it is in a short period of time, these scientists have been working on COVID before we even knew what a coronavirus was. They just never knew what about the strain of it. And I do have so much faith in these scientists. They've been working on this, they've been doing lots of stuff on this. Loads of people have had it in the past. The Queen has had it, for goodness sake. And come on, has she got 3 crowns? No, she's absolutely fine. Well, as fine as the Queen can be. But, you know, that means it is 100%, I'm definitely going for it. As soon as I get that email, or whatever happens, I don't even know how you get it. Is it a letter through the door? I've got no idea. But as soon as that happens, I will be straight to my local doctors and I will be getting it. Probably not in there, but probably probably not. But as soon as I can get it, and as soon as I know that I can go away again and travel again, it would be excellent. I really do feel like it's the end, definitely the light at the end of the tunnel, because these lockdowns a lot stop, start. I don't really feel like a lot of people listen to them in Britain, which of course you guys in Australia are probably laughing at us because we keep on having to go out and go back in, go back in, and it's so annoying. But I really do feel like it's because a lot of the people here just feel like they overrule the government, and we've never really listened to them in the past, so why start now? And that they've deceived us for so long, so why should I believe a word they say? But the scientists, it's the scientists that are telling us, it's not the government. The government are trying to tell you to stay home for a good reason, and they're telling you that this vaccine is going to work, and it looks to be working. It just is a matter of time, I believe. So that's a great question to end on. Yes, I'll be going for the vaccine, and yes, I think it is the light in all of this here. So anyways, I hope you did enjoy today's video. If you did, guys, please do all the great stuff that you guys always do, and hopefully I'll be able to do another Q&A in the very near future. I'll see you all with the next vlog, which will be next week. A lovely walking around my local area in the snow, no less. It was snowing when I filmed this, so a nice wintry walk in lockdown. That's what it's going to be. Anyway, guys, stick in there, stay safe, everyone, and I will catch you all with the next video. Bye. Don't even know what one's going to do it, do you? But I'm going to choose this one. Why can't we